Touchdown! San Francisco!
Welcome back to the Route Tree TV under the Subtleflex umbrella. It's your boy. And here you already know my boy Mario's off, so you know anytime he's on, it's going to be an exciting episode. We're going to talk about week 13. Is it week 13? Let me see.
Yes, sir.
So we're going to talk about week 13 and do our quick pickings for week 14. And then when we're done with here, y'all need to subscribe. Click on to the Figure 4 show for the draft that's coming on later on today. So, Mario, we're going to talk about the Thursday night game. Buffalo Bills at New England Patriots, 24-10. I guess for me, the only takeaway I'm going to take is the season-ending surgery for Von Miller. That deflated everything.
Yeah, you know, when a player like Von Miller is a special dude, and
generational.
When you lose a guy like that, the whole defense is going to feel it, because I think Von Miller was that piece last year that they were missing defensively.
Right.
And I think Von Miller was like that final key piece that they were able to get for defensive side of the ball, at least. I don't see how they recover a loss like that. You can plug and play all you want, but you're not going to find another Von Miller in this late in the season. You know what I mean?
At all.
For me, for the most part, James, like the offensive side, like I've said a few weeks ago, they continue to me to be a pretty one-dimensional team, and I feel like that's going to hurt them come postseason. James Cook looked all right, 14 carries for 64. Devin Singletary, 1351. They're kind of doing that split double-headed dragon kind of thing. But like when you have two guys that are C+ runners of the ball, you know what I mean? No one's really gonna respect the run like that. So they continue to be a one-dimensional team, and it's interesting to see if they make any adjustments come postseason time. I don't know if they're for real this year. The more I watch them play.
Yeah. So I think it was Washington. I forgot who it was that I talked to, and they said that we can see the Buffalo Bills now is more human than ever, more mortal. I forgot who said it, but it was they were on their high horse starting the year, and everyone was on the train. But every week, we get to see a weakness in this team, and it doesn't. Bro, their defense was top notch last year, but it was elite this year because of Von Miller. And now you take him away, it deflates it, man. And it really does. They're still going to be a top team. I just don't see them as like threats anymore. Josh Allen is literally a gunslinger. He's like a modern day Brett Favre. You don't know what you're going to get. You're either going to get 3 touchdowns or you're going to get 5 interceptions. There's stuff like that. And here comes my boy Washington while we're doing this. And so we're going to go into the next game, the second game of this of last week. We're going to have the Steelers beating Atlanta 19-16. And I have nothing much to say about this. I'm just saying 5-7 Steelers, 5-8 Falcons.
The only thing I have to say about this is I'm thankful the Falcons lost, because now this week we get to see Desmond Ridder play.
So is that like reported?
He's starting. He's starting it this week.
Damn,
Mariota was starting Desmond Ridder. I want to see. I like Marcus Mariota's all right. I don't think he's a starter. I don't even think he's a bridge quarterback in this league. However, I think he's good as a backup at coming in a pinch when you need him. And I don't think you can get much worse than him on your roster. And I think Desmond Ridder's going to be a better thrower of the football.
I'm gonna have to give my cousin a call and try to make peace with this.
God. Oh my God.
So I have nothing more to say, but besides, these are teams that are invested in their future, and now at this time, knowing their record, knowing they're kind of out of it, this is their time to start, getting the bang for their bucks, so to speak, with the picks they have. So Desmond Ridder, and of course on the other side, you can see more George Pickens and shit like that. So those teams, of course, at this time of the season, this is when their investments have to come out and they have to start doing it. So this next game, 9-10, Broncos Let's Ride loses to Huntley's Ravens. I don't know what you want to talk about. The biggest thing for me is the questionable knee of Lamar Jackson. That's pretty much it for it. Is for me the only story I can think about. This is utterly a boring game that I don't want to talk about. But that's it.
Two takeaways. Like, all of the Broncos' losses have all come to scores of under 18 points, right?
Yes.
Think about it. All you have to do as an offense is score 19 points, and
That's
you
it.
would win. And their defense, the Broncos' defense is so good, but their offense is, I'm a Raiders fan, so like me watching the Broncos like be this awful is fantastic. Anytime I can see Denver like fail in anything in sports, it's a good day for me. So like the fact that they've done this and they've mortgaged their future for the next 2 years, they're gonna be so bad.
That's the worst part.
They're,
It's like
they're gonna be so bad. Now, as for the Ravens, if I'm Lamar Jackson, I'm not rushing to come back.
yeah.
I'm not rushing to come back, and I'll tell you why. They didn't want to pay him last year. The salary cap is going to go up by like 20 to 30 million this year. It was he's been playing fine. I'm not coming back until I feel like I'm ready to come back.
That might be the cop out right there, ain't it?
I'm not. Y'all didn't pay me. Y'all didn't give me that security. I'm not coming back until I feel I'm ready to come back.
What? Washington.
Like that.
Washington, are you asleep? This man, I heard someone snoring, bro. Here we are. We have one of my hosts right now snoring
Knocked
on
out.
the cast. All right, so we're going into our next game. You didn't want to talk about it. I didn't. I don't care much about it either. But you know, Green Bay owns the Chicago Bears. Oh, the only thing I will
Yeah.
say is now Green Bay takes the most wins in NFL history over the Bears because the Bears was holding it for years. So now they have 607 to their 606, something like that. I don't want to look it up right now, but it's something like that. Aaron Rodgers. All I know is this: Aaron Rodgers, it's time for you to leave. It's time for you to pack your bags, get out of there. I don't know where you want to go. I know it, as a biased fan, I want you with us because we are a quarterback like hurt. But at the same time, it's about time. It's about time Jordan Love takes his time and you find another place to go, man. What about you?
They just at this point in time, you've had Jordan Love there for what feels like an eternity. Let him play. See what you got. If you don't like what you got, just let him play and see who else out there likes him. Get
Right.
what you can get from the guy. But
And-
that's really about it. Like, that's all I gotta say about that
So,
game.
so I'm really excited to talk about this game because we were so high on this team, especially me. You only, for you, the most of it is Amon-Ra St. Brown is because he's
Yeah,
a
the
USC
sun
Trojan. But we were big. We were big on the Detroit Lions, and they defeat Jacksonville 40-14. It was an exciting game to watch. I personally watched this game and watched all these touchdowns, especially because majority of my fantasy teams, I have DeAndre Swift, I have Jamal Williams, I have Amon-Ra St. Brown. Oh, I was gonna say Hawkinson, but he's a Viking now. But I have these guys, and it's just Jared Goff, and this is another one I want to talk about. It's like he's not that bad compared to what people think. I will take him over a lot of starting quarterbacks right now. The way he plays, they literally are a top five, maybe in the 5 to 10 range on offense, and he makes that team go. He doesn't make mistakes, and that's what it is. The Jaguars, on the other hand, we have a young team over there. Just putting up 14. I know they struggled, but at the same time, we know y'all better than that. So I see your brain, running right now.
Yeah.
So I want you to talk.
I think for the Lions, this is a win and a loss. And I'm going to tell you why. Look, I know you like Jared Goff. To me, Jared Goff is a poor man's Kirk Cousins. And Kirk Cousins is already a poor man's Kirk Cousins. All right? So the thing is, he went 31 for 340, 2 touchdowns and interceptions, which is great. But, like, if I'm the Lions, y'all need to start looking for the future. What's unfortunate is with this game, I think Jared Goff is bottom another year, and I don't think he should be there next year. I think the Lions should. If I'm the Lions, I'm calling Vegas up and see what's going on with Derek Carr.
Hmm.
If I'm the Lions, you know what I mean. Jared Goff is fine, but like
Yeah.
I once heard this: to win a Super Bowl in this league, you need at least a top 12 quarterback, and Jared Goff ain't a top 12 quarterback.
There was something that RG3 said in Monday Night Football, but I'll get with you offline about it. But it had to do with something like that too. I just don't
Yeah,
remember it. I just don't remember at this time. But
like I don't think I think this is like I'm super high on Detroit, and I'm also not just high on Detroit because of Amon-Ra St. Brown. I also really like Dan Campbell,
yes,
and I think Dan Campbell, as much shit as he's got when he got hired last year, as corny as he may sometimes sound, he's got these guys playing like they've never played like before, like with previous coaches. He's getting the most out of these guys.
that's,
So whatever he's doing and whatever he's saying is clearly working for the most part because these guys love this man. You know what I mean? I think they definitely need to figure out the defensive side of the ball. Granted, they held Jacksonville to 14, but they're not like it's not like Jacksonville holds a top 10 offense. You know, I think that Jared Goff unfortunately bought himself a year when I think they really need to move off of him and get somebody. Detroit's never had a quarterback, all right, ever. Who is the best quarterback they've had? Matt Stafford, and they misuse the hell out of him.
yeah.
They need some.
John
They
Kitna.
need, they need a leader, and I don't think Jared Goff is a leader. I don't think he's like that guy that these players are going to rally around. Oh, hey, what's up, dog? Good morning, sunshine.
Fucking. Here he is, wide awake. This man literally was snoring on the podcast. Look, hey, so with the Lions game, I'll tell you like this. For the 49ers, I would take Jared Goff right now. Not now, but I'm talking about in the offseason. I would take him. I think he would be an upgrade.
The thing is, like, you already have Jared Goff on the team. You just can't stay healthy. Jimmy
No,
Garoppolo. They're the same dude.
no.
They're the same guy.
Who? Jimmy?
Jimmy Garoppolo. Damn, you just leave like that.
No. He's
Jimmy,
trying to get his audio going.
Jimmy Garoppolo and Jared Goff are almost like the same dude.
Oh,
Yeah, I think, bro.
yeah. So we're already on game 4 or 5. I didn't care if you were gonna pop in or not. Like this is gonna be organic. You know what I'm saying? Your ass was
Bro.
he was snoring all in the podcast. Listen, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? This is the true stuff. But look, you 100%. I think Jimmy G's better than Jared Goff. But with the situation the Niners have, I think Jared Goff should come over. I want him.
The thing is, like, there's no way he's going to come over now. You passed the trade deadline. The Lions are.
No. I'm not talking about. I'm talking about in the future. Like, I still. We'll talk about the Niners offline.
Tom Brady going to San Francisco.
Yeah, that's another one. We'll talk later offline. But we're going to this next game. You know, all the media was there. You know, they love nosy. They like to be nosy and shit. The Cleveland Browns go into Houston and defeat them 27-14. Deshaun Watson was the subject. Some of their, victims were there. All his supporters were there. Every time he touched the ball, he got booed. It was one of the. It's funny too how NFL did this. They suspended him all the way to his first game eligible to play, and he plays who? What else? The Houston Texans in Houston. Yeah. There was a lot of conspiracy behind all of this stuff. I don't know if y'all want to talk about any other stuff, but he looked rusty, which is we all knew he was gonna look rusty. But I'll tell you like this year, now that he has the next 5 games, he can get his mojo back when it comes to being that top 5 to 8 quarterback. And when he gets good, watch the Browns next year, bar any changes in drafts and offseason moves. I've always liked Deshaun Watson, but
The player.
The player, and this is how, and this is what I'm trying to say. I like the player, not the person. I don't know what he did. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about football. So I don't know if y'all had anything y'all want to piggyback on that.
I'm trying to keep the podcast from getting canceled before it gets his feet off the ground, right? The player, right? We don't condone anything he's done. But I'm gonna tell you, I gotta ask you a question. Ain't this game about the most Cleveland Brown, Houston Texan thing you've ever seen?
It was retarded.
Like the shot, like granted, quarterback is the hardest position to master. When you're gone for 2 years, essentially, like you're gonna have cobwebs, and it showed. I don't think he should have played this year. They should have just rolled with it, and he should have just started, got some preseason reps, and went with it. But whatever. Be that as it may, you can't justify not playing him with what you paid him. I get that. I mean, they still pulled out the win. No thanks to him. You know what I mean? They still pulled out the win. No thanks to Watson. Texans, I don't know what's going on in Houston. I could not tell you what's going on in Houston. They're so just bad.
It's a bad brand. That franchise is like ran poorly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're like bad top to bottom, and like.
And that's front office, ownership, all that.
The front office is bad. The coaching is bad. The players are bad. I couldn't name you one good player on that team.
The running back, Dameon Pierce, he's pretty good. I'd take him. Yeah, and you're not going to disrespect the Stanford quarterback, Davis Mills.
He didn't play. Kyle Allen played.
Brandon Cooks, bro, who is being held hostage there. He should be traded to a place where he's valued. He is being held hostage, bro.
Yeah, at this point, they're just holding him hostage, man.
That's all it is. You got anything to say about this watch before I move forward?
Not the slightest, man.
All right, so while he's still waking up from his nap, we're going to go from the New York Jets, go into Minnesota and lose by 5. The storyline here was always Sauce versus Jettas. And that was a real good, intriguing matchup. Being up here, I didn't have to stream it. It was already a game that I could watch alongside the New York Giants or the Buffalo Bills if they were on any New York team. But with the Jets game, I don't have nothing to say. Who wants to talk about this? Because I think we all thought the Vikings won. I don't know because usually
I said the Jets.
Oh yeah, I said Vikings.
This man now he's in bed, man.
Hold on. You ain't gonna disrespect this man, Mike White.
No, okay, so I like the Jets because I thought Sauce. I'm not gonna say Sauce
Sauce is that guy.
The Jets played good. The Jets played good, and the Vikings had to pull it off. They didn't just whoop the Jets' ass. I like the Jets. You know, I don't really have anything to say. I like the Jets. Yeah. I thought they were gonna pull it off and win. Mike White is human, but he played. Yeah. He played okay.
He threw 57 times, and he still threw for 369 yards. There's 2 interceptions at the tail end of that stat, but
Washington, he looking so comfortable right now. You didn't have to be on, bro.
I'm loyal though. I'm fucking loyal, bro.
Hey, loyalty, bro. Loyalty is tatted on me. Listen, all right, we're going to this next game, and this is a game that's probably gonna wake his ass up. The Commanders go to New York.
I don't want to talk about this bullshit. I don't want to talk about this bullshit.
And you have to, because you had a lot to say last week for this 20-20 tie.
Man, the Giants lost that game, man. I know what the scoreboard says, but the Commanders were giving it away. The Commanders were giving the fucking game away, and the Giants couldn't capitalize it. Look, you know what? Daniel Jones, I said last week, he's not the worst quarterback, but he's not a starting quarterback. He played decent. I'm not blaming it all on Danny Dimes. We have a lot of people injured. But I don't know, man. I didn't feel like I didn't feel great with the outcome of the game. I saw Daniel Jones throw the ball deep. So at the end of the game, I think it was like 4 minutes left in the game. The Giants had the ball, and Daniel Jones threw three deep passes to Daniel to two of them were to Darius Slayton, like 50 something yards. It looked good. It looked like Slayton was going to catch the ball, but Slayton has like a 15% drop rate, which is the second highest in the NFL. All right, we need a receiver. We need a fucking quarterback. We need our corners to get healthy. Azeez Ojulari coming back was he did his thing. Azeez Ojulari is a prominent player. He is a great player. I didn't feel I wasn't satisfied with the tie. I wasn't. I thought we should have lost. Honestly, I'm so upset with the Giants. The Commanders, they should have won the game, and they didn't. I just
They
I'm so
flex. They flex y'all game next. Was it week
I
15?
know it deserves. Saquon, I understand. Saquon, I understand you are the most used running back in the NFL, but figure it the fuck out, man. It hurts to be a Giants fan, just especially to see what we're about to go against this week. I'm fucking scared, man.
All right, so
Whatever, man.
all right, so y'all
Mario,
ever
it's on-
so
Look, I never, I hold on. I never want to hear none of my friends in my friend group or my friends out here ever say they don't watch soccer because they don't believe in ties after this game. That's all I have to say.
This man here is
Oh,
funny. All right, so we're going to the next game, and I have some question. I have a question. Y'all ever get doubted at work, right? And they undervalue you, and then you go to another job, and then you come back and show out that you the best motherfucker out there. Yeah. So the Titans lose 10-35, and AJ Brown goes crazy on these motherfuckers with the Eagles, and he rolls his eyes because that's an NFC East team, by the way.
It's not even that, bro. AJ Brown never should have been traded from the Titans. It was a stupid move. That's why they fired that GM. It was a bad move.
Yeah,
then.
the best part about it was AJ Brown just got a man fired.
Yeah, man.
Well, that man got himself fired.
What was the purpose What was the purpose of trading AJ Brown? They literally gave away their best wide receiver, and they deserved.
You know what the purpose of trading AJ Brown was? They didn't want to pay him.
That's all it was. It was cheap.
They didn't want to pay him.
Oh my gosh, cheaper to keep.
Want to pay him.
It would have been cheaper to keep her.
But they got no value out of that because look at the Eagles and look at the Titans. The Titans ain't doing too bad, but they ain't got a number one option. You know what I'm saying? They don't got a wide receiver one. I just
Derrick
know
Henry.
that.
Derrick Henry's wide receiver one.
And tight end one.
Bro, the Titans ain't even got a wide receiver two.
Yeah. I like Traylon Burks, but I don't have nothing more to say about this game. But I will say Carlos Dunlap Carlos Dunlap is out for the season. Also, correct me if I'm wrong. A trade that they picked up, he's gone. Another D lineman, another team that I've always said their D line isn't what y'all think it is. They had to go get two OGs to come in. So that's something to watch moving forward. We're going to this next game. It's a NFC West game. A team that's high on sleepyhead over here. The Seahawks defeat, of course, the Rams being bums, 27-23. I tell you right now, the Seahawks are legit. Geno Smith is legit. I'm gonna eat all the words that I was talking shit about. I'm not gonna
It
talk.
took 14 fucking weeks to do it for you to eat your words, bro.
No, it's just they're rivals. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna give them their flowers, but at the same time, I know that they're legit. I love Kenneth Walker. I love Jordan Brooks. I love what they're doing, but I'm not gonna fucking cheer them on the whole damn time. The game was pretty good. DK Metcalf was the highlight of the game. Was DK Metcalf motioning to the left, and it was a zone play. So Ramsey was over here mad as hell because DK said, "Come on," and he couldn't go. He couldn't follow him all the way through because it was a zone play. That shit was funny. I have nothing more to say. I look forward to DB versus wide receiver type of matchups, and that's one of them that you always have to put on your calendar.
They might very well win this division now.
I said it. I fucking keep saying it.
So
They
you're
might
only
very well.
you're only gonna that prediction only comes into fruition because of the injury. That's all it is. That's
I
it.
don't care. I said it.
Prior to the injury, I felt like they were going to come second. Everybody keeps hyping up your boy Brock Purdy. I don't buy it, but
We have to. We have no choice.
Yeah,
We
you-
have to
yeah, you
hype
don't
him
have-
up.
I remember I guess, all right, but they very well might win it.
The division.
Yeah,
I get nervous. I get nervous because of the Seahawks are the 7th seed right now. If I'm correct.
Yes.
yeah.
The 49ers would be a very strong 7th seed. Like that's not a 7th seed. That's a 7th seed with the 1st seed defense. You see what I'm saying? So that kind of that scares me on the low. But I like the Seahawks. They're not winning a Super Bowl, but I like the Seahawks. Ain't nothing better than Seattle coming away with Geno Smith and a second round. I'm sorry, and possibly the second pick of the draft. There's no better.
That's a good situation. Yes. Yes.
So I don't know. Like I said, I was high on Geno, and all y'all looked at me crazy.
I did.
Geno Smith was a legitimate quarterback, and y'all sleeping on Geno, and I fucking love it. And you know what? I don't know. I hope Geno wins comeback player of the year. So I don't know.
Honestly, I think it's a shoo-in for him to do that because there's no other better story of a person coming back. No, his is yeah. Now you threw a twist in it. Yeah.
Even though I want Saquon to win it, like it's okay if Saquon loses.
So it has to be either or. That's a good point. It's either or. Now it's all going to depend at the end of the season whose record's better. That's how a lot of these stupid media votes is like they have to wait for the seedings to happen. But at the same time, both had great impacts on both. And both teams no one thought would be this good. So those are good cases right there.
Blacks.
We're going to this next game, and Washington hates this team not because of me. All right, we got the Miami Dolphins losing 17-33 to the San Francisco 49ers, but the San Francisco 49ers took an L with Jimmy G. The only good news is he's not out for the season. He possibly can come back during the playoffs. We're riding with Mr. Irrelevant Brock Purdy. And everyone's like, oh, no, he's going to do the salt. Let me talk before y'all go. The Brock Purdy thing, okay, you'll do okay, right? All right, whatever. But they kept using the Miami Dolphins game as, look what he did to a great team. It's like, bro, listen, they didn't prepare for Brock Purdy. That's the reason why they look like that. They prepared for Jimmy G. And when you don't have your left tackle and right tackle to hold up Tua, what's going to happen? Tua looked this is the worst inaccuracy he had all year.
So for Tua, it's the right. I mean, of course, left tackle is important. For Tua, is right tackle because he's left.
Yes, blindside, yes. But both tackles was gone. They were both gone. So like you lose both of them, and now you're running for your life. You're never gonna give it. Like granted, one play he threw it deep and got Tyreek Hill. Bad coverage on the Niners. But for the most part, Waddle was irrelevant that game. The running backs couldn't catch out that backfield. That number one defense is literally what we're surviving off of right now. It sucks. I mean, I enjoyed watching this win because that's another Kyle Shanahan win over the bush, as we say, another team that he beats from the coaching bush. But other than that, story of the Niners, man, we just cannot stay healthy.
And I don't think like I said, if they make the playoffs, they're going to sneak in now.
Who?
Niners?
What are you talking about? They're making the playoffs, bro.
I don't know. Well, Brock Purdy?
We're making the playoffs, bro.
I think everybody expects the Niners to make the playoffs. It's not gonna be sneak. It's one of those. They're gonna be seeded low.
Yeah, but like six or seven seeds.
Yeah,
It's the only reason why is because remember the first three seeds are the division seeds. So if
the second, third, fourth, and fifth are division.
I'm sorry. So
right now y'all in the division for now.
Yeah, well, even if we lose to the Seahawks, we tie for the Seahawks.
Yeah, but you still have, well, we still got like 4 games left this year.
The
4 games,
Seahawks,
right?
the Seahawks are the last game. We literally play the
I mean,
Cardinals.
not of the season.
What do you mean?
I mean, in general. I mean, it was like 3 games left this season, right? Three.
Nah,
Four.
no.
Or
It's 4. We got the Bucks, Seahawks, Cardinals, and one more team. Bro, Cardinals is a wash. That's an easy win.
no, see, that's where you're fucking up. It's a divisional game. Stop saying divisional games are wash. Even if they're a
Yeah.
shitty team, the moment you say a divisional game is a wash, let's look at some divisional games. The Saints.
Did you not see the
No, bro. Listen,
we
bro, the
destroyed
Saints-
that team.
No, listen what I'm saying. I never count shit out. When it's a divisional game, I don't care how shitty a team is. I'm never gonna
Right.
sit here and it's
Right,
because
okay.
the Texans could beat the
Hey, man.
fucking Falcons.
And I once watched the Raiders go 6-10.
No, you're
and
absolutely
also
right. I'm
take
not
the division game.
I'm not denying
Right.
what you're saying.
You know, look, Fred, you're easily the trap guy because you will fall into the trap where you expect your team to win games and your team will fuck. Your team has done it before. They fuck around and lose games they should have won.
Yeah, in the beginning of the season.
None of that shit matters when it's divisional. You have 2 games a year. All you got to do is, and when I say any given Sunday, don't fuck around. Granted, you should be
Right,
hard
you
on-
absolutely right. So we have 2 more divisional games, and we're 4-0 in our division.
and that's Seattle could easily beat you, and Kyler Murray coming back and get hot.
So-
with-
So that'll be 4-2 in the division. Ain't no other person in that division has a
it
4-2
don't
record
matter.
in
It
the
don't
division.
matter because you have a tie record with Seattle, right?
Right.
And if Seattle wins out and you lose 2, you just lost the division.
No, we don't. Seattle ain't. Wait, let me see the schedules real quick, because
You're here putting scenarios that you act like can't happen. Seattle's not a shitty team.
They definitely ain't.
they're
Like
not.
the Packers.
They're not. They're absolutely not. And it's in Seattle. So you're right. Arizona's is in San Francisco.
Bro, twice a year, if Kyler comes back with the red hot nuke,
No, bro. There's a new video game coming out that week.
What week?
So we got the Bucks, Seahawks, Commanders. That's gonna be a good. Oh, we also play the Raiders, and we play the Cardinals. It's 5 weeks.
you could lose all 5 of those games.
Yeah, and you
I
can
don't
win
think you
all
will.
5 of these games.
I don't think you will. But I don't
It's
think
any
you will.
given Sunday. But with this historic #1 defense, I'm not buying that we're not winning that shit.
If your offense can't score.
What do you mean?
I love when they say, listen, defense wins championships, but offense is for the regular season, bitch. Respectfully.
Offense sells tickets. You're absolutely right.
You need the offense for the regular season. And the postseason is a whole new season.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely right.
But
Word.
if you guys can't score, look at you're gonna be like Denver.
Watch.
You like Denver was.
You are making a lot of sense, but I've also witnessed the reality of Jimmy G only throwing it 8 times in one game and winning a playoff game. Throwing it 8 times.
You know Jimmy G, bro. Look at Jimmy G's record. Jimmy G, what you showed is Jimmy G's on the same level record wise as
Joe Montana.
Joe Montana.
Right. So yeah, hey, listen, we're gonna go to this next game. We spent too much on this game. This game is a good one we could talk about because Chiefs just cannot get the Bengals number.
Oh yeah.
24-27. Joe Cool up there in Cincinnati wins by field goal, and that's 3-0. He's 3-0 in 1 year in 2022. That's what's crazy too. He beat him 3 times this year.
I have a question.
Yes.
Are the Bengals getting hot at the right time?
I mean, yes, they are. They definitely are, and they're getting healthy because Chase is back.
They're on a run right now. Are we watching the beginning of a run?
Yes, they're hot.
No. Are we watching the beginning of a run?
Yes.
I'm not saying winning games. When I say a run, I'm talking about legitimately AFC Championship run, Super Bowl run.
I see this being the rematch at the AFC Championship, but I see
So you just throw
Mahomes
Miami
winning
completely
it.
out of
You say who?
Miami.
Yes, Miami has I almost said David Tua. Tua right now is banged up.
Boxer?
Yeah,
The
I'm tripping. Tua is right now hurt. They're also they have to go get Eric Fisher out the streets to play right tackle because they're Austin Jackson's out for the year, and then we don't even know what the left tackle is going to look like.
So what you're telling me is put the Bengals over. So let's see. The top
100%.
AFC teams to me right now: the Bills, the Chiefs, Miami.
It's Chiefs. It's Chiefs, Cincy. Those are the top two teams. I'm easily saying that.
I don't buy Cincy. I don't buy it.
Yeah. So you buy Buffalo with Von Miller out for the season?
No.
I buy Buffalo over Cincy.
I don't
No.
No.
Buffalo is out for. I mean, they just lost their defensive player of the year
You
for
ain't know
the
my
year.
problem with Buffalo. You already know my problem with Buffalo is Allen is no fucking Mahomes, but he thinks he is. I've said this.
They're a one-dimensional team that won't
Yeah.
survive.
Josh Allen is Patrick Mahomes.
Right. Josh Allen thinks he's Patrick Mahomes
Mikasa, bro.
and does dumb shit. Josh Allen does dumb shit. But
For the flea market.
I would still put a lob up to fucking Stephon Diggs over the I don't know. I don't see the bench.
You cannot. No one's gonna outshoot Mahomes, right? But Burrow is that guy. That is that he plays so
he
cool.
is, but he's still getting. He still has no line.
And but that can't be the narrative. He's already proven getting sacked 9 times against the Titans and still made the Super Bowl. I can't use that as an excuse for him. He knows how to win without a line.
I think Cincinnati's the third best team in the AFC playoff picture.
You got who you have? The Buffalo Bills?
No. I got KC and Miami.
Oh.
Top to bottom rosters, complete top to bottom rosters. And coaches. I think the Bengals are the third best AFC team.
To be fair, right? I agree if healthy, but that old line is just as banged up and weak to the Bengals
prior to. But now Von Miller's injured, so now I don't think that. I think that did he just leave?
No,
that's crazy.
He's getting back. He's getting back on.
So,
He probably butt naked or something.
No. I have to send a text message. I'm on my phone right now.
All right, so for that, like I said, if NFL, they like to make money, right? You want Mahomes to get over this hump, you're gonna do it on the AFC Championship. I don't see no other team in the AFC right now being either team. One's hot too. We just talked about getting hot at the right time. Since he's hot, and Mahomes, he's over here carrying that team. He doesn't have a wide receiver 1. He has a bunch of wide receiver 2s that he's trying to patch.
Jojo.
He's a 3.
You mean that professional TikToker turned football player?
Yes, and then Travis Kelce is literally out of his mind this year. He's tight end, wide receiver 1. He's everything. So he's quarterback too. When they want to do tricks, I just think. Well, I've always predicted it was the Chiefs and Niners, but I don't want to talk about that right now. So we're going to this next game. It is an AFC West rival. We have the San Diego Chargers going to the Oakland Raiders, and they lose 27-20. Mario, the floor is yours.
First of all, I appreciate you putting respect on the Raiders' name and calling them the Oakland Raiders.
I will never call them Vegas, bro.
I will never call them Vegas either. Second of all, I think the Raiders got outplayed statistically, but they were able to hold on. I think the coach Staley for the Chargers, I think he's their biggest downfall.
A lot of people are saying that too.
You keep going for it on 4th down, which is fine every once in a while, but you can't keep going for it on 4th down. And first of all, I'm glad the Raiders still won because their playoff hopes are alive. Granted, they have to win every single game for the rest of the season, and some teams need to lose for us to be in it. But they're turning it around slowly but surely. All what is it? 7 of their losses came in 1-score games. now they're winning 1-score games. So now they're flipping the switch on that, which is I'm thankful. But I'm telling you, bro, I watch these games and I'm stoic the whole time, bro. Positive or negative, because I'm just waiting for them to fuck it up. But
how do you feel? How do you think I feel when every time Jimmy G throws the ball, I get nervous every time he throws the ball.
Every time they're up like 2 scores, I'm like, when's the other shoe gonna drop? I'm just waiting. But if I'm the Raiders, they need to pay that man Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
Before they do anything,
bro.
That offense runs through that man.
Yeah.
Literally, no pun intended when he says runs. So, what do you got anything to say about it?
Right now, I think Josh Jacobs is the best running back in the league, not named Nick Chubb.
That's a good argument.
Barkley's better than Chubb. Let's get that clear. But I think Jacobs is the best running back in the league right now.
These are big praises right here.
Number 2, listen, I started off high on the Raiders. The Raiders, and I'm not a Raiders. I'm not a Raiders fan, but I was very supportive, like you were of my Giants. And the same way the same way you should feel about my Giants is the same way I feel about the Raiders. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. The Raiders have let me down too many times. They don't prove it for me.
They're turning it around.
They got on the next 5 for me to sit here and feel confident.
They're playing the Rams tonight. A Rams team without Aaron Donald, Rams team without Stafford, and a Rams team without Cooper Kupp. So if they don't win this game, I'm not watching another one.
Would you agree? Would you agree that based on how the Raiders play tonight, will give you inclination if the Raiders can win out? So if the Raiders play and dominate the Rams tonight, okay.
They should.
Correct.
If it's close, I don't buy them.
That's my point.
I don't buy them. Like this is a game the Raiders win. Like
I'm scared
31-10.
I'm scared. Your problem, besides the coach, your problem is the coach.
Yeah.
Josh McDaniel, whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah, we signed Rob McDaniel, dude.
And listen, I was a buyer of him for the longest time until this season. Derek Carr got to go, bro. He got to go, bro. He's better than Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I can say that. Because you know what? Daniel Jones will finish the game with 120 yards.
Like, he has to go, but I'll tell you this. The Raiders won't let him go unless they have something to replace him with.
All right, so
Correct.
That was a good point. That was a good point. So we're going to this next game. All right, we got a mollywop on a Sunday night. Dallas Cowboys 54-19, Indianapolis Colts. For me, the only thing I want to say is this proves who's the top dog in the NFC.
I disagree. This game proved nothing.
Bro, if they was to win 20-19, then I agree. But when you win a game, like this to a team that you're supposed to win like this, it just shows me like, man, this team is something else. And they showing off for Odell Beckham. But
Well, hold on. They didn't offer Odell a contract apparently because apparently there's some injury. Nobody has faith and trust in Odell. That's number one.
Yeah.
Number two, Dallas. Fuck, this hurts my heart to say this. Dallas has always been a Super Bowl contender, but I unfortunately, based off of the Cowboys and Mike McCarthy, I do not 100% doubt. I don't buy Dallas 100% based off, and it's based off history. It is 100% based on history. That is unfair to put on this team.
I never said they were going to the Super Bowl. I just said they're the favorites right now.
They are definitely a Super Bowl contender, and if you think they're not, it's blasphemy. Right. I didn't say they're going to the Super Bowl. I'm saying they are by far built to be a Super Bowl contender, and they are playing well. But beating the Colts Sunday night, I don't buy it. First off, and I've been very, very vocal about this, I don't buy Matt Ryan. I understand he's played. So Matt Ryan was never the answer, is what I'm saying. Matt Ryan was never the answer. He was a placeholder. I don't buy Indy. It's not like they lost. It's not. It's just. I think that Dallas is a uh, good team, and as long as they don't fuck up, they could win NFC.
What you got, Mario?
I think the Cowboys. So first of all, I don't really buy nobody. I don't know who would buy the Colts, but Cowboys did what they were supposed to do. They murdered a team with a guy that has no prior NFL or college head coaching experience, and a quarterback who's well past his prime, and a team who's so underwhelming. So
Past his prime.
Yeah.
Like motherfucker, well done.
Yeah.
Put a fork in that
So, like,
motherfucker.
But the bro, I'm gonna add to my list of things you can count on. Death, taxes, and the Cowboys fucking it up at some point in time. Like until they don't do that, I'm not gonna believe that they're gonna.
You know what?
Yeah.
They could go to the Super Bowl. Oh my gosh, it hurts me to say this. They could go to the Super
Give
Bowl.
them a stroke, bro.
They have. They have
like
a
that.
lot. They have a lot that, like, I agree, right? We all know history-wise, they do fuck up. I mean, last year they were supposed to beat us, but Dak didn't freaking do the right thing and throw it away so that he had more time. Right? The time ran out. We know that. We seen Tony Romo botch a fucking field goal for them to win a playoff game. We seen that stuff, but like on paper. And the performances they're having, you just can't deny what they're doing. I won't hate, and I don't like the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? And we're talking to an NFC diehard, and he's over here saying the same exact stuff. I mean, he's about to gag about it, but he's talking about it. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. So we're going to this last game. I went to sleep way early for this because it was boring. Shout out to Masson Brooks, who's a Saints fan, but they lost 16-17. Tom Brady wasn't good in the first half, but ended up pulling off in the second. Nothing more for me to say except the NFC South is wide open to any of those teams to make the playoffs.
I don't think it's wide open. I think it's the Bucks.
No, I'm saying just record wise, like it's so close. Like if you look at the records, it's so close. Like
I think that this game and everything got fit into place for Brady and the Bucks, and I seen all the headlines. I didn't watch the game. I seen all the headlines. Brady, the GOAT, can't count him out. Blah blah blah. We sometimes forget that. At the end of the day, you have a good game, but I'm not buying that shit. I think they're still done. I think they're gonna squeeze into the playoffs because they're in the weakest, maybe the weakest division in football. And they'll squeak in, and they'll
first round bounce.
First round, not box.
Got anything to say before I get into the quick pick'ems? There, Mario.
I don't. Not really in this game. I blasphemy and fucking watched this game, so I really got not much to say. But I feel like this was a game that they should not have won by 1 point. That they should have won by more.
All right. So we're going straight into what is that?
You need to write it down yourself.
I ain't got no pen. I ain't got no pen on me. You know I rely on you for this, fool.
Well, I'm in the bed.
You've been napping this whole time.
Yeah, for real, bro.
But he in uniform, man. I think he got a calculator and a pen and a job aid in his pocket. This man, Robitussin out. You ready to go?
Yeah.
All right. So tonight's game at 8:15 Eastern, we have the Oakland Raiders go to St. Louis to play the Rams. I would never call them by their new names, but of course I'm going with the Raiders.
Same.
This starts their little run.
And if it's anything if it's close, this team doesn't deserve to be in the playoffs.
All right, cool. So next one we have Sauce Gardner going against Stephon Diggs. The Jets at Buffalo. I have Jets won last time, right? I'm going with Buffalo this time.
I'll let you go first, bro.
Uh,
I'll let you go first.
Jets, Jets.
I think I'm gonna go Jets too, bro.
All right. So next game is the battle of Paul Brown's two franchises. We got the Browns going into Cincinnati. This is another good game for Cincinnati to keep the run going for them. I got them. Division game. I know. I get it.
I think it's more of a want than the actual, truth. I'm gonna go to Browns.
All right.
I'm gonna go Cincinnati.
Battle of some Texas teams. We got Houston going into Dallas. Dallas destroys this team.
Cowboys.
Yeah. Cowboys.
All right, so this next one's a rematch. It was a real good game. Minnesota at Detroit. I got Detroit.
I'm back on the train. I'm going to Detroit too.
What time is it?
It was 1300. It's 1300.
Oh, 1 o'clock game. 1 o'clock game.
We get 1 o'clock Kirk.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Vikings.
I'm sticking with the Lions pick. All right, next one is one of the games of the week. We have Philadelphia going into New York to play the Giants. I got the Giants.
Oh. I'm picking the Giants.
I'm picking the Giants. Their D line is hurt without Carlos Dunlap now. They got old heads, and I think Saquon has a big game. I got the Giants.
I'm picking the Giants because of you.
You guys both saying Giants, and I it's not what I was gonna say.
I know.
That's what you're gonna say now.
You went with your brain, not your heart.
Yeah, you guys are pressuring me. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say it.
He got Philly.
I didn't say it out loud.
Yeah, okay. I seen it.
If you're gonna pick it, you have to say it.
I'm not saying it. All right, New York Giants.
There you
Go Giants.
All right, so we have Baltimore with maybe not Lamar Jackson going into Pittsburgh.
Lamar Jackson for next 2 weeks.
Because of Lamar being out, I got Pittsburgh.
It's
going to be a close one, and Pittsburgh's going to barely get it.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Pittsburgh, too. That was a good – you convinced me. I'm going with them, too. So, Mario, you picked already, right?
Yeah, I'm picking Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So we have Jacksonville going into Tennessee.
Give me Jags. Give me the Jags.
I'm going Jags. That's my upset. I'm going Jags, too. I'm going Jags, too. All right, so we're going Kansas City to Broncos country.
KC.
Yeah, I'm going my homeboy. I'm going with my homeboy.
Yeah.
All right, so next one. Usually you say tie for AFC West games. So we got Carolina going into. I think we're all gonna pick the same teams on this one. Going into Seattle. I got Seattle.
Seattle, baby.
Yeah, I'm picking Seattle as well.
All right, we got Tom Brady going against his favorite team growing up, the San Francisco 49ers.
San Fran.
Ooh.
San Fran.
You already don't ask me who I'm picking.
Where? Hold on. I'm sorry. Where?
It's at San Fran.
Santa Clara, but San Francisco.
I'm gonna give San Fran because I feel like that defense is gonna wear Brady's ass out.
And we like non-mobile quarterbacks.
I'm taking Tampa.
All right, so we have.
Who you got?
You already know. I'm picking the Niners.
Like
No, it's not even that. I convincingly know we're gonna beat them. Like
go Giants.
Yeah. So the Miami Dolphins with maybe or maybe not with Tua at San Diego.
Listen, Miami's not gonna risk it again. All that bullshit. They're gonna sit Tua out. I'm gonna go my team. My team I love so much.
Is Tua sick?
We don't know. He's questionable. But I still gonna take Miami because Teddy Bridgewater is his backup.
Nah, Teddy Bridgewater. I watched. He played like ass last time he hopped in.
Yeah, you're right. But I'm still gonna take the Miami Dolphins.
I'm making this pick based on the assumption that Tua is playing, and I'm picking Miami.
All right. So the Monday night game is the New England. I'm going to sleep. Yeah.
Ain't no watching that game.
New
bro.
England Patriots to Arizona. I ain't watching that shit.
Arizona.
I'm going Patriots. I'm never gonna pick the Arizona Cardinals. Y'all knew from the jump that I told y'all that team was a fluke from last year. They were and we're seeing it this year.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Pats.
Arizona.
All right, so
But for the record, both of these teams could lose, and I wouldn't lose any sleep over it. So
yep.
I would like maybe like a half a second. I'd be like, shit, I picked the wrong team, and then fall back to sleep.
I mean, shit, you fall asleep on podcasts. The first time ever. We got history today. We got history today.
You didn't even tell me it started, bro. I picked up the phone.
I have another podcast after this, so I was like, fuck it. If he joins, then we can get him in. I ain't tripping. So I ain't care. But your ass was snoring. That was the funniest thing. Just rewatch this, you'll hear yourself the whole time.
I was sleepy, bro. Fuck y'all, man.
Hey, well, I appreciate your loyalty. And everyone else, like, comment, subscribe to the Route Tree TV in that playlist. And yeah, I'll see y'all in Week 14's results.